Mark Podcast.
Shrimp on the barbie. Shrimp on the barbie. Do you respect that? That's corruption. I could make a fake snake. You do not pee in the pool. You do not pee on the barbie. All of myself is clean.
Broadcasting from the Conclave. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to the Hard Mark Podcast, a show where I, Erik Donaldson, wrestling fan of nearly 40 years, introduce one match per episode to my co-host who has never watched wrestling. We talk about the backstory, we watch the match, and then we rank that match on our ever-growing list. The purpose of the show is to see what happens when someone who's never watched wrestling is introduced to its most notable matches, and without any further ado, my authentically gooning co-host, Flying Ryan Murphy.
That's not really... You put that on me.
Well, I mean, you're the one peeping on the Beehive Espresso
That's
ladies.
the first time this idea popped into my head.
Well, you didn't hate it. You may not be gooning right this second, but you're going to be gooning tomorrow morning when the crack of dawn, when the crack of that
borrow your
ass.
Binoculars.
I think they're out in the garage. I can let you borrow
Don't
them.
worry about the workout equipment. Just give me a pair of binoculars. You know?
I think from your angle, I'm trying to like visualize. I feel like you'd be able to see the faces of the men that are going there, which would be... I don't know. That might be good people watching if you enjoy watching guys get boners.
Come on. I've been to one of those stands once accidentally.
How have we never talked about this before?
Yeah, maybe this is, but I didn't even know I had gone in until like,
that's always the story.
Even when I got there,
and
I'm like, well, she's dressed skimpily.
How skimpily?
Not like a strip club, but like a bikini.
Oh, okay. A thong bikini or just a bikini?
Like I think it was a bikini because it didn't like set me up. I didn't realize till I paid like $10 for a black coffee that this is where I was at.
How
and
much
I was like,
did you tip?
I don't like $1. I just a normal amount that I would tip on a coffee order. Like, cause
she hated you.
I had no idea. Like, and then I was like, that's yeah. Okay. And so it was at work. I was just like getting a coffee at work. And I just was like, here's a quick coffee stand. And I drove in and yeah, I've never I don't know. It seems like the people who would go to like those on their way would be in. The
same people that go to bikini barista stands are the same people that have of their Facebook pictures is just them wearing sunglasses in their car.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's like a shared Venn diagram between those two.
Yeah. So
interesting. Okay. Well, maybe you and I can go one of these days. Quick wrestling news. I know we talked a little bit about wrestling at Rumpus Time. I apologize again. But the WWE is inducting matches into the Hall of Fame. So they're not just inducting wrestlers that did wrestling things. They're inducting actual matches into the Hall of Fame now.
So it's new.
This is the first time they've done it. Yes.
And what's the cadence on this? Do they do them like, are they like introducing a bunch or they do like one a year or something? And they go back and.
So this is the first time they've ever done it. And they only did one. My suspicion would be they're probably only going to do one per year.
Yeah. Okay.
So right around WrestleMania, they do their Hall of Fame. And then, they have their kind of headline inductee. So that's, usually going to be like a top guy, a main event guy. And then there's usually like a dead person. There's usually a woman. There's usually a tag team. And like they have their quotas that they need to meet.
It's pretty woke.
It's sad. WWE is known for their wokeness. I don't know if you are aware of that, but the TKO Corporation.
Sounds like a DEI Hall of Fame to me.
Absolutely. When I think of DEI, I think of Dana White. But
wait,
what?
He wasn't inducted in the Wrestling Hall of Fame, was he?
He was at WrestleMania, but he was not inducted. And he got booed both times they showed him on camera.
Really? Is that a different crowd completely?
Yes.
I know the crowd a little bit on their side, but I don't know why wrestling fans would be totally opposed to that or booing. We
can talk about it if you want.
I'm just curious.
No, I've actually, this is something I was going to get into during the singles match, as a matter of fact. So the UFC audience... I don't think I really need to explain.
We know.
So I think there was a shift for sure in the early 2000s, maybe even sooner, depending on who you are. But like wrestling was a huge deal in the 90s, of course. Everyone was crotch chopping. Stone Cold Steve Austin was a big fucking deal, yada, yada, yada. And then once the Attitude Era ended and UFC really started taking off, all the people that would have gravitated towards wrestling, I think they just saw it as like some gay fake sport. Like I'm not being crass, but I think that's how they looked at it. Like, just like, oh, that's gay. Yeah. I like UFC. And so like the people that were left watching wrestling were, for the most part, nerds, theater kids that appreciated art. Like it wasn't the big jock dudes that were like super into combat, because they had already moved over to UFC. And so, whereas it's easy to think about like historically wrestling being like this Southern hillbilly activity, the reality is that the people that are spending a lot of money on wrestling now, wrestling is like comic books, essentially. Like it's like this nerd niche type of thing. And so the audience for wrestling is, and I'm not saying it's 100% liberal, but it's significantly more liberal than like a UFC would be. I believe and it's been a while since they did a study, but I actually, again, when I was doing my research for my notes, I believe they found that like, I don't know if it's WWE specifically or just pro wrestling in general or whatever, but like WWE was second only to the NBA in terms of like the liberalness of its fans, in terms of like general sports leagues and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like if Dana White shows up on a WWE thing and they show him on camera, he's fucking gonna get booed.
I love that they,
like, and there were rumors that like Donald Trump was gonna show up to WrestleMania, and like, I have no doubt he would have been booed out of the fucking building. Yeah. And especially when it comes to WrestleMania, a significant portion of those people are flying in from like Europe and shit. Like they aren't even necessarily Americans. And so that also, I think, plays a factor into that as well. But so I don't even remember how we got off on that tangent. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. The Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So, yes, they do a yearly Hall of Fame. And so this is the first time they've ever done a match. This was the very first time that they had done a match, and they only did one. The match is actually one that we've watched. It's Bret Hitman Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. And so I thought it would be interesting to look at our data related to that match, knowing now that it's the very first Hall of Fame match.
I love that, by the way. That they're doing matches like.
Oh, I hate it, but go on.
Why? That's what we do. It's like
I think it's stupid.
I'm at a loss for words here. Like I think it's so cool. Like they take these matches, because that's the whole thing. Is that the matches are historic. The matches are what you remember. And you introduce these matches to the Hall of Fame. I think it's done like more sports,
Oh, that like a specific game, like, this Super Bowl was the greatest Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I suppose. I have no faith in their ability to like do it fairly.
Well, who is there a board or something? Like,
no,
it's just, they're just putting it out there. Like,
I'm sure that there's people who get in Triple H's ear and say like, oh, I think it should be this. But like ultimately it's the higher up. So Triple H, I'm sure, has a major factor into that and stuff. In like other sports, right? It's like a lot of sports writers who do this stuff. And for the wrestlers themselves, is it the same process as the matches? It's just like, it's a company decision. It's a company. Yeah, it's not. Right. There are other halls of fame, and to be fair, there is no physical Hall of Fame in wrestling at all. I don't think there might be one in the Midwest, like the Cauliflower Alley Club might have an actual hall somewhere, but I'm sure it's just like a very small operation. But like the WWE does not have a hall. They call it a Hall of Fame, but it's all in your mind. It's nothing physical at this point in time. But like, I might like it more if I just knew that it wasn't a shameless publicity grab. They're only going to choose matches that feature guys that they want to make sure are there so that they will sell tickets because that person's going to be there. It's not because necessarily like the match is so incredible. Although this is a really good match that they chose, and I'm sure they'll only choose good matches moving forward. But like the reason is because, and we'll get into it, but like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, there's no real reason for Stone Cold Steve Austin to be at WrestleMania. What if we gave him the Hall of Fame induction? Okay, sure, fuck it. Do it. Yeah. And then we can get Stone Cold in. Yeah. It's also, just another thing that they can kind of tout for guys. Like, I'm a 3-time Hall of Famer and shit like that, which I know is going to be a fucking annoying ass thing that's
I don't know
about.
if it's but it just plays right into everything else they do.
I know, but like now it's not even like how many titles did you win? It's going to be how many Hall of Fame inductions do you have? It's just going to be the next fucking thing. And I'm just over that fucking company, I think is the main thing. Yeah. I'm so jaded about everything that they fucking do. Nothing they do is driven by any sense of like art or integrity. It's all financial. And so anytime they make any decision, I'm just like, okay, what's the fucking real reason for it?
That's fair.
But our science, where do we think this match, like, and like, honestly, as I was reading people's opinions online about this match, I was like, did we fucking get it wrong? Like, is there something off about this?
You know what we ranked it to.
We'll get into it.
Okay.
But like very commonly, the consensus that I was seeing online was, oh, this is maybe the greatest WrestleMania match of all time, was Steve Austin versus Bret Hart, the submission match. And so I was like, oh shit, I didn't fucking rank it the top WrestleMania match of all time. So again, am I wrong? Am I mistaken about this? And just to level set here, so Ryan, you have it ranked number 56 out of 103. So it's not even in the top half of your list. I ranked it at 30, which is, again, not like where you'd think the greatest WrestleMania match of all time.
The first one to be inducted into this Hall of Fame.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Which I think, as in a quick aside, I think a lot of the reason why they inducted this match is because it was like the launching point for Stone Cold Steve Austin, which obviously made huge ramifications through wrestling and through the popularity of the WWF. And so I think that was a big part of why they, like, it's still a fantastic fucking match, but I think historically that is what played a lot into the decision outside of just let's get Steve Austin and Bret Hart on WrestleMania or whatever. But so yeah, you ranked it 56. I ranked it at 30. To take that even a step further, of all the WWE matches that we have watched, it is ranked 33 out of 58 for you. I ranked it at 19 out of 58. And then even more granular, WrestleMania rankings. You ranked it 7 out of 17. I ranked it 5 out of 17.
Not great. It gets a little better when you get up when you get to that level of detail. But
I can't defend your ranking. So this is where I'm officially separating.
I think we're pretty close.
I'm separating. I'm separating.
For the status of us like watching, I think we're pretty in the ballpark.
You ranked at 50.
You ranked at 30.
Yeah, you doubled me.
Ish.
But I double checked my ranking before we started here today, and I stand by it. Anyone who's like, well, that seems low, look at my fucking ranking.
I stand by mine too.
Damn it, Ryan. I just got over being sick. But anyway, I do stand by it. Anyone curious, again, you can look at the list. It's on our link tree. Let's get into the notes, Ryan. Today's match, we don't need to talk about yesterday's news. No. Here's a new match, which is a controversial one, but maybe not for the reasons that you might think. So let's chat a little bit. I'd say overall, this match that we're watching here today is almost the complete opposite of our last match. And I wrote this note. What was our last match?
Trying to think of what our last match was.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I remember. I had to think about it for a second.
Okay, yeah.
It was the Survivor Series 5-on-5 match. WCW, ECW versus WWF. So again, this is the complete opposite of that last match, which that one was very story heavy. A lot of big fellas delivering big punches and big slams. Whereas today we've got two up and comers who are trying to make a name for themselves with very little story behind it. So again, it's kind of the total different
story.
Yeah, very little story. But we'll get into some background here. So we're going back today to New Japan, and we're going to see a man that we saw all the way back. This is definitely the biggest gap in time that we have ever seen somebody. So we saw this man for the very first time back in episode 2. We have not seen him since. Will Ospreay. For the first 25 matches or so of our run, Ospreay's match against Shingo Takagi was the number 1 ranked match on your list. And even now, it's very highly rated at number 4 for you and number 2 for me. So I'm excited to come back to the young English gentleman over 100, actually not quite 100 episodes and 5 years later. Let that sink in.
I know.
It's worth mentioning. That match in episode 2 was from 2019, but the match that we're going to be seeing here today is from 2016. So we're actually going to be seeing a younger Ospreay featured in today's contest. Now, as a bit of backstory about Will Ospreay, he's dyslexic. He has... Hold on. Wait a minute.
I'm sorry. It's my bad.
Maybe did I not just prep you enough for that?
I'm just thinking wrestlers, like it was rude of me to let. He's got problems.
We got problems.
Yeah.
Ospreay is dyslexic.
Okay, that's fine.
He has ADHD.
Oh God.
And autism.
Early autism. This is back. Oh wait. How old is he?
He's probably, now, early 30s.
Oh, okay.
Maybe roughly around your age.
Okay, all right.
Give or take.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. So again, dyslexia, ADHD, autism. So from an academic standpoint, Ospreay struggled quite a bit in school while growing up in the UK. And so he realized pretty quickly that whatever he did in his life, it would probably need to be something physical. Fast forward a bit. And in 2012, Ospreay would make his debut in pro wrestling, but as the evil alter ego of a heroic UK wrestler, Leon Britannico. And so his name at that time was Dark Britannico. But like with many gimmicks that people start with in wrestling, it didn't quite stick. And Ospreay would continue on under his own name. And he would spend the next few years competing on various UK indies before none other than the top guy in Japan, Kazuchika Okada, took notice of the young lad, put in the good word for him, and got him hired with a permanent spot in New Japan in 2016. And in very short order, Ospreay began to turn heads with an incredibly flashy, acrobatic style of wrestling. So much so that Ospreay was entered into the Best of the Super Juniors tournament that year, and he was out to win the whole damn thing on his very first try. However, one of the things about these tournaments in Japan, since they're usually in a round-robin format, which I know you dislike, but we'll ignore that for now, the main event of each night is usually a different combination of wrestlers. So by the end of the tournament, most guys have had a chance to main event and really show what they can do a couple of times by the end of it, which is, again, nice because you can kind of have a showcase match or two as you go through the tournament. And so that was the position that Ospreay found himself in, main eventing day 6 of the tournament. And his opponent, also a foreigner, which I know you may have some reservations about after Big Van Vader versus Stan Hansen, but you're going to have to trust me. This will be a different type of match, Ryan. His opponent is going to be from the rolling hills of Kentucky. I know you like...
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Now, if only the Great Wall of China was in Kentucky. Just around the entire state of Kentucky.
Several times. It takes up the whole state of Kentucky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a double ply. It's a double ply wall. Yeah. Rolling hills of Kentucky. Yeah. Ricochet. And not Rick O'Shea.
We
have not seen Ricochet.
Yeah. Ricochet, nice Kentucky name.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah. I do.
Ricochet began his career as a scrawny 15-year-old in 2003. I'm not sure it was entirely legal to start his training at that point, but I'm sure the state of Kentucky has more important issues to worry about than underage pro wrestlers. In those Wild West days of independent wrestling, guys were desperate to stand out in any way that they could. And while the majority of Ricochet's offense was incredibly athletic, the move that gained him the most notoriety was his finishing maneuver, the 630, which the 630 is named for the number of rotations that his body does in air before crashing down on his opponent. Prior to this...
The 630.
A 630.
I don't think I've ever heard of a 630. You have 540, 720.
So prior to that, prior to Ricochet coming on the scene, a good number of guys had used the 450 splash.
Why are they doing this?
What do you got?
A 450?
You got to stand out.
What is a 450?
I'll describe it to you, my friend. So a 450 is basically where you do a front flip from the top rope and land stomach first on your opponent. So think of like you're here and you want to be here. You do an entire rotation and then land stomach first. That's 450 degrees.
Trying to.
So if you're laying, right, you're laying on the ground and I'm up above you and I do a front flip. So if I do an entire flip, I'm 360 and then it's another 90 degrees or whatever. And that's a 450.
This is like 480. Like, what am I?
90 degrees each rotation, each quarter.
You never, a 450?
90, 180, 270, 360, 450. 90, 90, 90, 90.
There's half rotation. I'm thinking like skating and there's half rotations, but I've never heard of a 450.
Okay. Well, you know of a 360.
Yeah.
Add another 90.
What?
What? Okay, what? I'm like a dog with a bone. I won't let this go.
No, I guess you're right. Like, why have I,
I don't know. I mean, I think you're just trying to put in snowboarding terms or whatever.
I am, but there's half rotations and there's, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's not another half, it's another quarter.
Yeah.
Because you're just going from here to here. Yeah, that's a quarter. If you were doing another half rotation, you'd be landing head first on the guy.
Okay.
Which would not be good.
All right. No, I'm not excited to see this. I'm just, okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. 450.
450. Yeah, so 450.
All right.
Fairly common, not like every single fucking match, but a lot of guys were doing 450s at that time. That move, while I've never attempted it myself, looks like it would be relatively tricky. The 630 involves an extra half rotation. So essentially, you have to roll yourself into a cannonball in midair, and you have to land back first on your opponent. It was, at that point in time, one of the fucking craziest moves I've ever seen in my entire life, because you're literally just like a fucking pinball, just rotate back first. Okay. It looked vicious. So in the ensuing years, Ricochet became known as one of the top high flyers in all of indie wrestling. And it's no surprise that after getting some experience and putting on some muscle, Ricochet would also catch the attention of New Japan, specifically for the Best of the Super Juniors tournament in 2013. In that year, Ricochet just barely missed out on reaching the semifinals, but he did manage to successfully get there in 2014. After taking the 2015 tournament off, Ricochet would return to try and finally get that monkey off of his back. And he was out to win the 2016 tournament. But of course, his opponent for day 6 would be the equally athletic Will Ospreay. One last bit of information before we get into things. We've talked a bit about the various styles of wrestling. Some we've seen, some we haven't. Death matches, comedy matches, technical submission wrestling. But I think today is a very pure version of a high-flying, fast-paced aerial matchup. Where that will find itself on our rankings, we'll find out shortly. But we're going to go to Korakuen Hall in Tokyo to find out for ourselves.
I like it.
Last bit of data. Don't put you. Keep your fucking cans on. Coffee is for closers, Ryan. Wrestle with the data. 58 wins, 42 losses, and 3 draws. 104th match we've watched thus far. And so it is over 100 matches since we've seen Will Ospreay.
What episode are we on?
96.
96, so.
But over 100 matches.
Yep.
So
okay.
His was the second match, and now it's 104th match that we've seen. And then you're on a one-match losing streak. So you dropped the big... Because you put all your goddamn eggs in that Steve Austin basket. Yep. Don't you know how he's a drunk driver?
Now I do.
Yeah, well, now you'll think twice.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
No.
Let's watch it.
Okay.
Oh, you motherfucker! Oh, get out of here. Cheerio, motherfucker!
All right, we are back. I've got the rich, chocolatey, malty taste of a Brother Thelonious.
Is that a beer?
It is a it is a beer.
Is that the okay?
It is a beer.
You've been deep in like winter style.
I guess
beers.
so. I did a Christmas, and now I did a Brother Thelonious Belgian style Abbey Ale as well. So yeah, I'm going dark.
Yeah,
I'm feeling dark and moody.
There you go.
Here today after my illness. It's the first time I've drank since I've been sick, as a matter of fact. I'm sure it won't regress my illness at all. So we just watched Ricochet, Will Ospreay, Battle of the Super Juniors, 2016. Ryan, what'd you think?
It's a pretty nuts match. Maybe not the match. Well, maybe it was the match. It was just.
I don't know if it wasn't the match.
I was say, there's no story, but like the match was insane. Like
again, and to kind of go back to it, it couldn't be different.
Yeah.
Versus what we saw last time, the Team WWF, Team WCW, ECW thing. Whereas like that was almost entirely story driven.
Yeah.
Huge crowd. Very, very based on like, what's the dynamic going to be between Steve Austin and like, is he betraying Team WCW and blah, blah, blah. And like, this was just two dudes in a small ass arena in Tokyo, fucking just doing whatever.
Very small.
Very, very small. I mean, honestly, like what was the attendance of that arena, would you say? Probably less than
2,000.
Oh, I don't even think it was in the thousands.
Oh, really?
I was going to say a couple hundred.
Oh,
Korakuen Hall, probably a couple hundred people.
Yeah, well, it's then less than 2,000 to be correct.
So, yeah. The best type of correct. Technically correct.
Yeah.
But, so any other thoughts before we get into the notes?
No.
All right. I guess so before I get into the blow-by-blow here, I mentioned how this was a very controversial match, which you addressed the reason for that controversy while we were watching it. And then at the end, you were like, wait, why was this so controversial?
I don't know what I said.
It's so old time wrestling fans, old time wrestling guys, personalities, even guys that were in the business. This really felt like the turning point of a lot of conversations around wrestling. I think these things have been happening for a while, but like this was sort of the lighting the torch around the nature of a lot of these conversations about like what is wrestling?
What
really?
is wrestling?
What is wrestling? Some people would have you believe that this is not wrestling. The argument against this match is that it is a choreographed fight routine, stunt routine, whatever you want to call it. It is not wrestling. And I'm not saying I believe that. I'm saying that is their argument against this match.
I would just say as I think wrestling mostly is pretty choreographed. I think it's mostly kind of in sync, and you have like you saw in this one, they're kind of talking to each other.
Yeah.
And I think I just think there was no story behind this.
Sure.
Or there's no kind of the theater.
Yes.
But like I always think about wrestling. They're always doing the stuff in sync with each other, and so this doesn't change anything for me. It's different style, but like
sure, yeah, But the argument I think was like the things that they were doing in the ring were so athletic and so like not in the spirit of one guy trying to beat the other guy that they were saying that's not wrestling.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
And so, like, I think it comes down to, like, what your philosophy is about it. In my mind, I think this is absolutely wrestling. I think when you're coming at it from the perspective of, like, okay, like, what do both these guys do? They're both very athletic guys. You could imagine a scenario where it's like, not only am I going to beat this guy, I'm going to show him that I'm capable of doing even more than he can do. And like the other guy's going to think the same thing. And so then you're in a situation where you're not just trying to win the match. Yeah. You're also trying to like show off and impress upon the audience. Like I'm better than this guy at the thing he's best at doing.
I mean, you said like, I guess I could see that this could be, not wrestling too.
I was just arguing that it is wrestling.
I know, but now I think my initial point still stands, but like I could see where like the old school like wrestling fans are like, this just doesn't have that thing.
Sure.
That makes wrestling and then it's different, but it's still wrestling. Yeah. Like I
can see the argument. I don't necessarily agree with it wholeheartedly. But I mean, I'm not saying, and we'll get into the rankings in just a little bit anyway. This isn't my favorite match of all time ever. But I think it's a very good match, and I think it is one of those things where stylistically you're either probably going to love it or hate it. There is, if I had to criticize, I think there's like a lack of emotion, I guess you could say. Like, because there's so many things that are happening in the match where it's just like cool move after cool move after cool move. And so you're not necessarily getting that emotional investment into what's happening. You're more just kind of watching as a spectator, like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Yeah. Now, is that like a huge issue? I don't know. I guess that depends on kind of how you sit on the wrestling.
Wrestling's a spectrum.
Right. An autistic spectrum.
Just like our boy.
Yeah, just like our fella with the dyslexia that Ryan thinks is so hilarious.
Whoops.
Should we get into the notes?
Yeah.
Okay. Very reserved clapping to get things started for Will Ospreay. Again, it was so weird seeing a 2016 Will Ospreay from the frame of me now in 2020.
When did you see him in person?
The first time I saw him in person, I think that was pre-COVID.
Oh, okay.
I think it was 2019.
You see him recently?
Yes, I saw him in person at the show that I sat ringside at in the Tacoma Dome, as a matter of fact. So I've seen Will Ospreay in Tacoma
twice.
Twice.
Does he look different now?
He's I'll show you. So, I mean, he looked like a kid.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh, yeah.
He may not have been a teenager, but he looked like a teenager. He's not like drastically different now, but I mean, he looks like an adult man these days. Let's see if I can find a good. I don't know. This is essentially a promo pic of him now.
I kind of looks like him.
Oh, it's not that it doesn't look. Yeah, no, for sure.
He's the same,
he doesn't look visually like a whole different person, but you could very easily make the argument that in 2025, Will Ospreay is the greatest wrestler in the world.
Oh, shit.
And that wouldn't be a very hard argument to make, to be perfectly honest. So it's less like, oh, visually he's so much different, but it's like, oh shit, that was like a fucking kid then, and now he's like the fucking best wrestler on the planet. That's more the avenue that I'm looking at it from these days. But anyway, back to the notes. He's got his Union Jack. He's given his Pip Pip Cheerios and whatnot. Ricochet's out next. I think he's got one of the tag belts on. Like he had a title on. I think it was one of the junior tag belts.
Wasn't that, or did Ricochet have that on too?
Pardon? I don't think Ospreay had a title belt. I think only Ricochet did.
Yeah. But you said, I thought you were talking.
No, I'd moved on. Ricochet
I'm stuck in the past.
You are.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Hey, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
2016, we all loved it. Ricochet had, again, I think, a junior tag belt on. Ricochet, a little bit bigger, little size advantage on, like muscularity wise. I think stature wise, they're roughly the same, but muscularity, Ricochet had the advantage. We've got a lockup. Some fancy footwork, some wrist lock business where Ospreay's doing a number of flips and counters and whatnot to kind of get out of it, which I think really kind of set the tone. We've got an attempt at a bow and arrow, which is, I think you even noticed that. You talked about the scorpion.
Yeah.
Around that point in time.
That's a bow and arrow? Is that what that's? If
you're holding the guy, if you've got your knees in the guy's back and you've got his legs and his head and you're basically pulling on both, that's called a bow and arrow.
I mean, I could maybe do that back in the day with my arms, but like to do that with your head. And he looked steady too.
He wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
He wasn't going anywhere.
So,
at what point, at what stage of this match did you kind of like get the impression like, oh, okay, this is different than most of the other things that we've watched?
The whole thing was different. And like,
so you knew like more or less immediately?
Well, I mean, the whole setting was different. And first of all, and then, I mean,
no commentary. I think there's not a ton of matches we haven't watched without commentary.
Yeah, no commentary. I think they did. It was pretty early in the match, but they did a move. I don't know what.
You're gonna need to be a little.
I know. I know. Like I don't know what they did, but they I feel like they kind of landed, like kind of like laying down, like horizontal, and like after. But it was. They did the same exact move.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
I'll get to that.
Okay, all right. Yeah. That was when I knew this was
sequence is, and that is the specific sequence that the old timey wrestling guys will point to and be like, "That's not wrestling."
That was insane.
So, like in many ways, to take it back to something you're very familiar with, for every old time amateur, "That's not wrestling" guy. Now you have the pro wrestling guys that are old school that are pointing at that type of stuff, saying, that's not wrestling, which is very funny how it's like, yeah, you can look at Irish whips and whatnot and be like, oh, yeah, sure, totally reasonable. But then you see two guys flipping at the same time, like, what? I can't believe that.
Yeah, maybe the best move I've seen, and that's not wrestling anymore.
That's not wrestling. They're not trying to win. They're not trying to pin each other. We've got a booby flex from Ricochet, which you said you're...
Nice.
Do you think you could?
I can't do that. I don't even know how you...
You can flex your pec right now.
I can, but like it doesn't do what I want it to do.
I think it would need to be bigger.
Not just...
Well, maybe...
More defined.
Maybe more defined.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not going to look good.
You told me May Ripped to Death was coming.
It's not over.
All right. Well, you've got the clock's ticking, pal. Ospreay sheepishly does not flex his boobies in response. Headlock from Will Ospreay. Shoulder block. Okay, so I think this is the bit that we're talking about here. So we got a headlock. I'll just kind of go through bit by bit. Shoulder block. Ricochet goes down and immediately kips back up to his feet. So it's like boom, boom. Will goes for a drop down. Ricochet front flips over him. Will hits the ropes. Leapfrog from Ricochet. So Ospreay goes underneath. Ricochet goes for a monkey flip. Ospreay front flip counters over Ricochet now. Ospreay goes for a clothesline, but Ricochet rolls through. Transition into a head scissors from from Ricochet. Ospreay cartwheels out of that. Ospreay with a tilt-a-whirl head scissor. Ricochet cartwheels out of that. Double back handspring superhero pose in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Like that sets the tone for what this fucking match is.
That's what it...
For better or for worse.
Yeah.
Which I think is for better. And if you think it's for worse, then, you're entitled to your opinion, but you're probably stupid.
I have to... Your notes here.
Uh-huh.
Did you pre-watch the match, right?
At this point, months ago, but yes.
And you took those notes then?
Correct.
And... You have everything down here.
Well,
are you
sometimes
are you doing this? Like, are you writing this down, or are you using some sort of
like an AI
to review the match?
Give me every single move that happens in Will Ospreay versus Ricochet Battle of the Super Juniors.
I can tell you one move they kind of lay down at the end. Okay, all right. No,
yes, calm it down. Yeah. I'm still sick, Ryan. But no, I write it down by hand. Okay. It's handcrafted artisan
notes. This is a human podcast.
This is a very human. I have stopped using the AI just because, like, the more I read about AI, I'm just like, oh, okay, that's not cool.
I don't want to get laid off,
Right, exactly. We gotta fight. We gotta fight the power. Is what I'm getting at here. But yeah, they face off with the superhero pose. We all know what I'm talking about when I say superhero pose, right? Like, everyone knows what the fuck that is. The one fist down, you're down on one knee, et cetera, et cetera. Then we got a strike exchange. We got a 619 from Ricochet. Ricochet then goes for a crossbody. He tries to springboard off the ropes, crossbody, but Ospreay catches him with a drop kick to the gut to counter. Hard kick to the back from Ospreay. Boots in the corner from Ospreay. Cobra twist, which I know that you generally hate the abdominal stretch. There was one bit in this match
where he gets the back.
Huh?
Where he gets the back?
Yeah, where he's kind of on the guy's back and he's like tugging his stuff back. Tugging his stuff back. I generally appreciate the Cobra twist version more than the abdominal stretch because it looks like it, in theory, hurt more. In theory, be harder to get out of, that type of thing, but not a huge deal either way. But Ricochet goes for a dive. This is just what I wrote. Holy shit, I don't know what that was. A step up to the middle rope, twisting plancha thing. Yeah. It was fucking insane. I don't know who, it's hard to say who had the flashier dive because both of them had one dive out to the floor from the ring. Ricochet's was the first one, and he stepped up to the middle rope, bounced off, twisting plancha out to
Ospreay. Yeah.
And that was wild.
The rope work was it was pretty quality in this.
Some shibari quality rope work.
Shibari?
I think that's what it's called.
Is it?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, that's what I was asking.
I think it might be dual sex, but I for sure women do shibari sometimes.
Dual sex? You mean like
as in men and women? Dual sex. Or I guess, there's more than one gender, right?
What is it?
What is shibari?
Yes.
Shibari. It's, you tie yourself up and you're like suspended up, and then you have like ropes around like your body, different parts of your body.
Something like BDSM?
A little bit, yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I shouldn't. I'll bleep this. This is me. This. Friend of the show.
Oh, yeah. I knew it.
He didn't do shibari, but an ex-girlfriend of his for sure did shibari. And I remember Ish being like, wait.
It's just such, yeah.
There's going to be a lot of bleeps in that section. I'm sorry. But yes, no, I remember she did shibari, and I was like, oh, interesting. That's a thing. Where the fuck did we leave off? Okay. Ricochet with a rope-assisted senton back in the ring. Series of kicks. I think this is the point where he's like booting Ospreay in the corner, and Ospreay's like, no, covering up. Like, there were definitely points. I think overall more than if I had to like put it on a spectrum, I more enjoyed the fact that there was not commentary on this than I disliked it.
I just wonder what the commentary would have looked like, though. You know, like
Probably
also
in
in
Japanese.
maybe I was gonna say like in Japanese, like even I could have. I also liked this that had no, but like imagine some Japanese commentary in there.
Would you want to watch a match with Japanese commentary? Would you like that?
I've done it.
I think you have done it.
Yeah. I don't think I liked it the first time, but this one would have been like. No, I think I was complaining. I was like,
I think you were. I'm pretty sure you were.
Yeah,
but this time it would have been different.
Maybe. I don't know.
You've sold me.
Yeah.
Every match from here on out, Japanese commentary for Ryan, per his request. Ospreay goes for something. We'll find out. Ricochet catches him and hits a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. I think that's the point in the match where you're just like, it's interesting how that move looks like it actually really hurt a lot, but then you also have to pretend like it hurt quite a bit too.
We'll just get back. Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Ricochet goes for a suplex. Ospreay counters with a jawbreaker. Forearm shots from Will, who then catches a slap to the face. Handspring back kick from Will Ospreay. So he did like a handspring into the ropes where he's like, doing a handstand, kicks off, and then does a big flipping kick backwards. Like some of these things are very difficult to describe via words. Ospreay. So here's Ospreay's dive. This is the actual name of this dive, which you're going to snicker at me. Snicker away, Snicker man.
Might.
Ospreay with the space flying tiger drop.
Yeah.
Which for the layman's who are not familiar with the space flying tiger drop.
Sounds like an Elysian drink.
It actually fucking does. It's a cartwheel, backflip into a twist over the top rope. And then he gives a big smooch to the camera.
Yeah, so it kind of... I saw that.
There was some smudge.
There's some residue left.
There's that word again, residue. Don't give me that look. You're Mr. Residue. I don't want to jump ahead too much, but I know you were struggling with the pick.
Yeah.
It feels like, to me, between Pip Pip Cheerio motherfucker and the kissing of the camera, that feels like by your normal criteria.
I should have went with that.
What was there a reason? I mean, granted, it was a hard choice, but was there a thing you can point to be like, that's why I chose
I don't want to
Ricochet?
say I was picking the underdog because I knew, because I didn't. But it just like, I don't know, like felt like maybe there was like a little something. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I just picked like what I thought might be the underdog, even though I had no idea.
You thought Ricochet was the underdog?
Yeah, I did.
It felt like Ospreay was the underdog to me.
I don't know.
As we were watching, I think Ricochet was in control.
I mean, I think I thought that because I've already picked, Ospreay as like one of my top matches. So I'm just
okay.
In my head, that was maybe where I was going.
You had a bias,
but it was a coin flip on this one. But yeah,
you were biased against dyslexic people.
Yeah, not racially. I was very racially sensitive on this pick.
Very racially sensitive. A great DI pick if there ever was one. Please don't pull our podcast.
But you said that, and I wished I had I should have picked that up and just used that as my. My nudge in a certain direction. So.
I mean, I get it. This was a hard one.
Yeah.
There was not it wasn't like overwhelmingly in favor of Ricochet, but it did feel like, especially in the middle part of the match, Ospreay was kind of like fighting from underneath and was the underdog. I thought.
Yeah.
Ospreay with a code red, which is like a flipping, it's a sunset flip with a little bit of extra force to it. Ricochet kicks out. Ospreay sets up the Os Cutter, which is the move that it would end up winning with.
Did we already touch on the like outside of the ring?
No, we haven't gotten there yet. We're almost there.
All right.
Ricochet grabs his tights to stop it. This is the part where they talked. So,
which is also insane.
Which you can very clearly, like if I turned it up a little bit more, we could probably hear exactly what they were saying and be like, oh, they're going to do this. But Ricochet grabs Ospreay's tights to keep Ospreay from getting the ropes. Back handspring from Ricochet, but Ospreay hits a back drop that Ricochet backflips out of. That's a lot of backs. Ricochet with an enziguri bridging back suplex onto Ospreay, who kicks out.
I don't know how you're saying all this.
It's a bit of a I read a lot of Dr. Seuss. That does help. Ricochet hoists up Will, series of strikes that are blocked. Ricochet with a big boot sending Ospreay in the corner. Ricochet charges, but Ospreay ducks. Ospreay sets Ricochet up for the cheeky Nando's. Nando's is like I believe it's an Indian food establishment.
Taj Mahal.
In the This guy, he doesn't miss. This Ryan. Ricochet boots Ospreay. Ricochet goes for a moonsault. Ospreay dodges. He goes for one of his own. Ospreay backflips off the middle rope. Ospreay goes for a sweep. Ricochet jumps over it. Ricochet goes for a spinning kick. Ospreay ducks. Both men with simultaneous head kicks. Woof! Both guys on the apron. They exchange some kicks. Ospreay gets hit with a Death Valley driver from Ricochet. Ricochet goes to throw Ospreay back in, but he counters with a Tiger Feint kick, which is the Japanese name for the 619, the Tiger Feint kick on the apron. And then he hits him with a reverse Rana on the floor, which is like basically the guy taking it does a backflip where he lands on his head. And then that's the 20 count. Or 19 count, as it were, 19.9 count.
But that's when they were out. But
yes,
that move just right outside the ring. Yeah, so like that was maybe the most dangerous move I've seen in wrestling. Like
the reverse Rana,
I guess,
where basically he's up on top of Ricochet's shoulders and he like flips backwards, and then Ricochet has to basically take a bump on his head
on the side,
on the outside of the ground. I think you're talking about the Death Valley driver. That's what.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Death Valley.
You idiot!
God.
So the Death Valley driver, for anyone who doesn't know, which I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, fuck you if you don't know what a Death Valley driver is. But yes, Ricochet has Ospreay up on his shoulders, and then he basically just dumps him on his head, upper neck.
Yeah, on the outside of the ring,
on the apron of the ring,
apron of the ring.
Yes. The ring apron.
Yeah.
You need to learn some terms, pal.
This is insane. This is like a foreign language. Like,
should I say
this is harder to learn than Japanese.
I didn't realize I should add my LinkedIn profile that I'm bilingual.
Yeah.
I know how to speak jive, apparently. But the poison Rana, sir, is what results in the 19 count. But yes, in Japan, they count to 20. They do not count to 10. And so both men just barely.
I thought it went in there, Yeah.
Skin of their teeth.
Yeah.
Speaking of skin, Ricochet's booby tattoo.
Yeah. Got to get one.
How much would you pay towards one of those?
To get one?
Yeah.
I don't have any point of reference for.
Okay. Yeah. I think that should definitely be your first tattoo, though, is a gigantic boob tattoo.
I kind of sick.
You might need to tone up a little bit between now and then.
Yeah.
Just
end of May.
End of May. You got some weeks. Yeah. It'll be fine. Enough. Some more of those chicken breasts. You'll be doing it right. Then we got a face off. So now we're kind of in the ending sequence of the match. Ricochet spits at Ospreay, which I know you hate. Ospreay wipes it off his chest. Oh, so again, there's so much fucking shit in this match. This is a note that I have. I think I saw a little bit of it, but it didn't register with me. So Ricochet spit at Ospreay. Ospreay wiped it off of his chest, and then he licked it.
Wow, that's
one way of fucking...
That's one... Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very dyslexic. Big forearm shot from Will as a fuck you. Ricochet responds. They're going back and forth. They trade some European uppercuts until Ospreay hits a headbutt. Classic European, UK-based offense. Ricochet attempts a fireman's carry kick. Ospreay dodges and hits an enziguri. Ospreay signals for a Rainmaker, which his mentor, Kazuchika Okada, that's his finishing maneuver. But Ricochet counters, hits a bridging Northern Light suplex. Ricochet rolls through into a vertical suplex, but Ospreay then counters into a stunner. Ricochet with a bicycle kick. Ospreay hits a Spanish fly. Ooh, close to count. And by this point in the match, you would for sure picked Ricochet. Like we are fully invested now. No, you had. I knew. I remember.
Some would say
the European uppercut. Well, that was the point where I was like, make your pick, Ryan, and you hemmed and you hawed, and you chose Ricochet.
All this stuff, and we're only here.
We're basically done. Ospreay's starting to get frustrated. Goes for his Os Cutter, which is basically a springboard off the middle rope, and then he grabs hold of the guy from behind and drives his head into the ground. He's going for that. Ricochet catches him, hits a Blue Thunder Bomb. Stop.
This is just out of control. Like, this is by far, I think, the most detailed and the most. Like,
I can just make up anything.
I know. I'm not sure you're not.
Yeah, Ricochet hits him with the Auschwitz driver. But Ospreay counters into the, I don't know what's in the zeitgeist these days, the JD Vance Driller. And then he hits him with a couch fucker, and then that's how he got him. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah. They need to bring that back.
They really do. Did I send you the meme, the fuck, marry, kill? And it's a couch, and it's JD Vance's wife, and then it's the Pope.
Because he killed the Pope.
Because he fucking killed the Pope.
I don't know if I saw that.
I should send it. Anyway, I mean, you get the gist of it already. I don't really need to even send it to you now. You got it. Okay, end of the match. So this is probably it could have gone either way. Ricochet's going for the kill shot. He's going for that 630 that we spent so much time deliberating over what an actual rotation would be. He goes for it, but he misses. So we kind of got a chance to see it a little bit. But Ospreay gets out of the way, and then Ospreay goes. He hits the Os Cutter, and that's the end of the match. Ball game. We've got a little.
Oh, I get it.
What do you get?
Ball game.
Ball game. Ball game.
There we go.
Shoving match. Little shoving match. Ricochet wants to go again. These two businesses.
I thought they were going to go. I thought
an immediate rematch.
That's what I was.
That would have been good.
Yeah,
that would have been good. But that's it. That's our notes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I threw so many foreign language words at you, Ryan.
That was wild. That was
this late on a Friday.
That was the wildest recap I think I've ever heard on this.
I didn't have. It was hard to summarize in my brain the match.
Yeah.
So I had to just read from my notes, which was just a lot of wrestling moves that are not named.
Impressive.
Body slam. Drop kick. Blue Thunder Bomb.
All right.
So we got to rank it now, unfortunately.
Let's see. Unfortunately.
Well, I don't know. We got to make hard decisions when the ranking is afoot. Hard decisions. I'm going to pull up the list on my computer while you're maneuvering through your phone.
I've got it. So
I guess the question of the day: was this great? Was this good? Was this amazing? What do we categorize?
I think I'm looking right now. I think I'd put it towards like the bottom end of great. Different style of match, and like you got to respect.
Yeah.
I
agree I can co-sign this.
Yeah.
Sure. So let's see what we're working with. So let's see. The absolute bottom of great is for you is Raven versus Goldberg.
It goes ahead of that.
We got Sabu versus Terry Funk. That was the match where the ring ropes were taken down and replaced with barbed wire. Sting versus Cactus Jack. That was a Falls Count Anywhere match featuring our boy Mick Foley. Then we got Undertaker versus Brett Manhart. Brett the Hitman Hart. That match was kind of boring, but the end was fan-fucking-tastic.
I think it's gonna.
Hulk Hogan versus Vince McMahon at Safeco Field, which set an all-time attendance record.
I'm not going to put it ahead of that.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to put it like 25 makes a good solid number right there. And like
you and your fucking numbers.
It fits where I want to put it.
You're bumping Undertaker versus Bret Hart down. You're saying this is better than that, but not as good as Hulk versus Vince.
Yeah.
In Seattle.
It's a shame I can't.
The battle in Seattle.
Bump Hulk again, you know.
Yeah, I know how much you love bumping uglies with Hulk Hogan.
But no, like that was that's good.
Okay.
I
I just said you had sex with Hulk Hogan.
You just said that?
I did. You didn't refute
to our
it.
whole audience.
Yeah. But has he had sex with Terry Bollea? That's the question we need in court. Okay. All right. Let me make a note here. New 25, which is a great number. You can't argue.
It's a great number.
Yeah. Definitely better than Bret Hart versus Steve Austin. Fuck that match. All right, let's see my ranking. Let's see. Where's my mouse? I'm inclined to also say great.
Yeah.
I'm also inclined to say towards the bottom-ish of great. Teetering towards good rather than teetering towards amazing. So let's see. What are we working with here? What are we feeling here today? I think this is better than the Hart Foundation versus I'll just say Americans match.
What was that one? Do I have that in great? You don't have to go back and forth. I'm looking.
It's the exact same number for us both. It's both 36 for each.
Oh, okay.
So it's better than that. Rockers versus Brainbusters. That wasn't that long ago that we watched that. I think this is better than that. I'll jump ahead a little bit. Kenny Omega versus Kota Ibushi. That's going to be interesting. I don't know what's around that. Also Hulk Hogan versus Vince McMahon for me. What's above Sabu versus Terry Funk? Wow, we've got a lot of similar matches in that general area. Okay. And then I have number 30, Bret Hart versus Steve Austin. Shoot. This is hard. Okay, let me think. Yeah, I don't think it's as good as Mankind versus The Rock. I Quit for sure. It's got to be below that, which is 29. Man, it's so similar. Like, I'm looking at this list. I'm like, wait, did I change the tab? And I did. I'm going to say this is... I'm going to say this is right below Sting versus Cactus Jack, but right above Rockers versus Brainbusters.
I'm just looking at mine.
So this is 35 for me.
Okay.
So not that far off. And again, great. Even though mine's lower, I'm still saying this is a great fucking match. I just love wrestling more than this guy. I mean, what can I say? I would categorize more matches as being great than he would. Because I'm very giving.
Your list is a little bit wider.
My list is wider, you know. That's like my Dioc. I don't think I can do this on this new thing.
Oh no! Oh no!
I did give briefly thought. I'm sure I can post produce it, but I don't know. Maybe I can be like the Police Academy guy.
Do your best. Do it. What's the word I'm looking for?
Acapella?
No.
Improvise. Are we going to be waiting all night for you to come up with this word? I'll just do it.
Eric's Wisdom Tree.
It's pretty good.
That's something.
That's pretty good.
For a one-off for the first attempt, not bad.
Analog.
Damn it. Okay, this speaks to me at the moment. I have a suspicion. I have a hunch. I bet parents in the 1950s would put their kids to bed and then go out. I bet that happened a lot. Like, I'm not saying it necessarily was like over 50% of parents did that, but I bet it was a significant fucking number of
like
parents.
our grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet they would just be like, okay, good night, go to bed. And then would just fucking leave the house and, go to the bar or whatever. Which, like, hey, I'm not saying that, like, I don't get the appeal of that. I wouldn't personally ever do it, but I bet that shit happened all the time.
At what age?
What age are the kids?
Yeah.
Oh, all ages.
Just
any age.
Well, I guess, yeah, I guess it's a little different than like leaving your kid at home while you're at work. No,
sure. Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, are you talking like you put your 8-year-old to bed and then they went out, or if your 16-year-old to bed and go. I guess it's a little different going out at night, but like, you know what I mean? Like
significantly different. But
I
mean, there are times, like there was one time in particular, like recently, where I like put Evelyn to bed and I was like, I could go out right now and it really wouldn't matter. Like she never wakes up. She doesn't ever cry anymore in the middle of the night. Like I could leave and it really wouldn't be a big deal.
Do you leave her a gun on the side of her crib?
A taser.
A taser.
I'm a sophisticated woke gentleman here. It's a taser house. But no, I bet that happened a lot. I bet that happened quite a bit.
I don't disagree. Yeah. I do. I think kids were looked at like more like
they're more disposable.
Like, yeah, just like more as like resources, you know, back in the day. Like now people like care about their kids, but back then it was like, oh, you're number 4 or, you know.
Sure. I mean, it just seems so fucking easy to just pop out at kids all the time. Yeah. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
You could just get a job at working at the factory putting labels on cans. It's like, yep, I guess my retirement's all figured out. I guess I'll have 8 children that I can support very easily with this mundane, easy ass fucking job.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't, maybe they didn't, you know, go as hard at us at a young, but they did it with kids, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I remember like a year ago telling my dad, like, oh, I'm going out to do XYZ. Like, oh, I'm going to like a trivia night thing at a local bar. He's like, what are you doing with the baby? I was like, well, Heather's staying home with the baby. He's like, oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, what do you mean you just want to make sure?
Did that trigger this one? This thought?
It might have. It might. Well, but then there was
so
also...
you're not taking Heather with you?
What kind of a father are you? And husband. Yeah. But no, it was probably a combination of that. And then also like this idea of like, I could leave and it really wouldn't be a big deal. I could easily get out of here and it wouldn't make any bit of difference. But I won't.
Yeah.
because I'm better than people from the 1950s.
You could just put your ring inside and watch her, you know, and go, you know, the technology we have.
Yeah. See, that's another thing too, is because I went with the ultra, like, I'm scared of everything model of baby monitors. So we don't even have like the Wi-Fi one. We have one where it's like a direct.
You got a fucking,
where are you going with this?
You got an Ethernet cord like line.
Yeah. We've got a 30-foot Ethernet cord. Yeah, no, our version, it's like there's the camera and there is a specific like device that you are watching the camera on. It is not Wi-Fi connected.
You got another device that's watching the device.
Right, exactly, yes. So that way no weirdos can tap into our Wi-Fi and be like, hey, you should try climbing out of that crib, baby. Like, I don't even know what people talk to babies about. Like, what do you mean? Maybe I don't want to explore this avenue of conversation, but like in my mind,
it's like, kidnapper who comes in.
Is that what they're doing?
Talking to the babies?
I don't know what you're going to talk to a baby about. Like, it just seems like such a waste of fucking time. Like, babies know like 10 words and that's it. I don't know. I don't see the appeal of just waking up babies, but that's just
someone's just going around.
Just around.
Waking up.
Yeah. Hey, wake up. Okay, bye.
He's kind of to piss off the parents.
Find your Elmo. Okay, see you later. I'll be back tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Same time, same channel. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's my wisdom.
No, I think that's fair.
Which is less wisdom and more just like, I bet those motherfucking badass parents just left and went out and got kamikazes.
And you got 8 kids, you can afford one, you know.
That's true. Right. So that's my problem. Is I need a backup. Yeah. I need a backup. That's the issue here. Well, anything else from you, Ryan?
No, that's all I got.
He gave you everything.
100%.
Let me delete that note so in that way I don't say that again. There we go. It is done. Oh, that would have been a good one.
Go ahead.
This could go on for a long time. I don't know if I should. Oh, it's so good though. Okay.
Round 2.
Okay, hold on. I'm back. My refractory period. My refractory period is
short-lived.
Has quickened.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know that there are certain brands of shit that won't just let you buy their shit? Which I know is like the most vague way of me phrasing this, but like,
give me an example.
I will give you an example. There's 3 examples as a matter of fact. So you can't. This was his friend of the show, and this is the first time he's definitely been mentioned in this podcast. Senior Hemorrhoid correspondent Chris Paxton. He sent me
He does so much for the show without ever being here.
Absolutely. What we need. He would always do, I don't like wrestling. So he would never be on this, but someday, maybe, when his children are teenagers. But he sent me like an Instagram video. You can't just buy a Ferrari. Did you know this?
I mean, I've looked.
What?
I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
You've been to the Everett Ferrari dealership? But you apparently, supposedly, I haven't like fucking researched this shit, but I'm taking it at its word. Supposedly, if you go into a Ferrari dealership, they won't just sell you a new Ferrari. You cannot just buy a new Ferrari. You have to buy a pre-owned Ferrari and have that first, and then you can purchase a new Ferrari.
So it's not like, you're not saying like you have to broker this somewhere. You're saying like you have to meet like their criteria to purchase.
I guess supposedly, yes. You have to.
Okay.
Yes. Like somebody went into a Ferrari dealership, like, oh yeah, that's apparently they made like a new SUV or some shit recently. And he was like, yeah, I want to put my name on that list. And it's like, oh, well, I don't see you in our registry. He was like, oh, well, what do you mean? He's like, well, you have to buy a pre-owned Ferrari first, and then we would allow you to buy a new Ferrari. He's like, what the fuck? And so again, that's just like this way of kind of them. I mean, the new age term these days is gatekeeping. Is
Rolex on this list?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the other. Yeah.
So you've heard about this Rolex fucking scam as well.
Yeah.
Like you just go into a Rolex store, like, oh, you want this watch? No. You can't buy this watch, but we'll allow you to purchase this watch, and then maybe in a year we'll give you a call, and you might be able to buy this other watch. So you know about this shit.
That's how you create demand.
Is that what it was? That's what's going on here? But you already know about Rolex. Was there like a TikTok or some shit that's going on?
No, this was something I heard about a long time ago. Yeah.
What do you know about it? Because I
know that you can't buy a Rolex without having like a previous Rolex. Yeah, like that's the one I've heard. So I mean I kind of get it when you're that exclusive. Like, I mean, they don't even need your money.
That just makes me want them even more.
It's like old money versus new money. The Great Gatsby, you know, like
Great Gatsby, Leo DiCaprio, that guy. But no, so Rolex, Ferrari, and then I'm gonna butcher this name, Hermes.
I don't know what that is.
It's spelled Hermes, but I think it's pronounced Hermes. They're like a brand of bag. They are also the same idea where you can't just go in and like, I want that one, and then they won't sell it to you.
One reason I'd want to be a woman,
one of many,
I want to understand like how much they love bags. and how like it seems pretty useful. Like you just, all your stuff goes into the bag, but like I can't carry a bag.
I mean, you could.
You can't.
You have a fanny pack.
You can't, not anymore.
If you were a wrestler in the 80s, you could.
Even then.
That's where you keep all your Coke. All your Coke and your wadded up.
Doesn't stop me.
$100 bills, brother. If I can't sniff it, I don't want it as payment.
I want to know the appeal and the emotional like attachment to these bags. I do. Like, I'd love to.
I don't think. Like Heather does have,
of course,
some bags.
She's a woman,
but like I think on the grand scheme of things, I think she's very low on like the bags are so great, I need to collect all these bags scale. Like
I don't even think it's like
she's fairly practical when it comes to like, I just need like a big purse that I can carry all my shit.
And I'm not saying like I'm just saying like a bag. I'm not talking about like the brand necessarily, but a bag. Like it's so like it makes sense, but I mean, a backpack, I guess, but you
could carry a backpack.
I carry a backpack.
You could get your JanSport on right now.
I love a good JanSport.
Who doesn't?
One strap on.
I was the only kid, which I guess in the post-Columbine world would have been weird, but I was the only kid that I knew that would carry a duffel bag around.
That is weird. You have a trench coat too, Erik?
I did not have a trench coat, unfortunately. I mean, that would have been also equally as cool.
Briefcase.
Only one day of high school did I have a briefcase.
Your first day.
You dress for the job you want, Ryan. No, I wore a costume one day at high school, and I had a briefcase, and I wore a salt. Or actually, it was a black afro wig and I had a salt and pepper mustache on. And like looking back on it now, I can't see how I would have possibly have passed for like a middle-aged man at that point. So it's entirely possible that what I was thinking was like, oh shit, I'm fooling people, was in reality like, that guy's a fucking weirdo. But I do remember vividly, I was standing in the hallway in high school with my briefcase, just looking at kids as they'd walk by, and they'd be in the middle of conversation, and then they'd see me and they'd shut the fuck up immediately. Like they wouldn't keep talking. They would just, it was like I was an administrator and they would just like, okay, we don't want to say anything around this guy. He looks like a narc. Let's shut up. And then once we get far enough away. But again, it could have just been like, that kid's a fucking weirdo. Yeah, don't talk around him.
That's a good chance. There's a good chance that was
Thank you for co-opting that particular option there. But yeah, so that's where did we go? Where did we get there? Rolexes. Yeah. But anyway, that's I think that's the episode.
Yeah,
that's probably it.
Got 2 for 1.
Yeah, there's no refractory period beyond that. That's let me tell you right now. But again, rate us, review us, YouTube, Pocket Cast, Spotify, iTunes. Do people use iTunes anymore? Probably not. I could go on a whole big tangent about that, but I won't. Tell a friend. Tell a loved one. Tell someone you hate. Unless they're like a dick and would like give us a 1-star review, then don't tell them. But if you're not hard, get hard. Once you get hard, stay hard. That's all, folks. He's dyslexic. He has... Hold on. Wait a minute.
Sorry. It's my bad.